Hey everyone, Richard Robbins here. Hope you're doing great. Welcome to 2024. Yeah. Anyway, I want to give you my forecast for 2024 in terms of real estate sales and prices. Now, it's just an opinion. That's all anybody has is just an opinion. But what I thought I'd do is I'd give you an idea what I think is going to happen. But before I do that, I want to take you back a couple years and let's look at what's taken place over the last few years. Because what we want to do is we want to make sure we put everything into perspective, right? So if we go back and if we look at 2021, we did 667,000 sales in 2021. The biggest year in terms of sales in the history of Canada. It was unbelievable. It was amazing. Prices were going up. It was crazy what was happening. But then if we move into 2022, we had 498,000 sales. So you go from 667 down to 498. That's a substantial drop. Well, what happened in 2023? We had 443,000 sales. We were down 11%. Okay, from 2022. Now, again, to put it in perspective, if we look at that number in 2023 of 443,000 sales, that was sort of relatively comparable to 2008 when we had the financial crisis. Okay, so the numbers were down a long way. There were less sales opportunities for sales professionals out there. Now, what happened with prices? Because think about this. Generally, when sales are down substantially, prices go down substantially. Why? Supply and demand. All the homes go on the market, homes aren't selling, not as many buyers, and what happens? Sellers compete to sell and prices start to go down. But that didn't happen last year. See, if I look December of 2022 in terms of price to December of 2023, prices were actually up 5%. Now, that's not seasonally adjusted or anything like that. That's just from December to December, they were up by 5%. So you go, why would prices be up and sales be down so much? Because there's still a shortage of inventory. People were not putting their homes in the market. And I think one of the reasons why is people had, rates that were locked in and a good mortgage rate. They didn't want to go get a new rate. So they're sitting around, they're going, well, let's just put our plans on hold a little bit. So what was the months of inventory? So if we look in December of 2023, we had 3.8 months of inventory. Now, as I've said before, 4 to 6 months is going to be a balanced market. Below 4 months is going to be a seller's market. Okay, above 6 is going to be a buyer's market. Well, if we go back to 2021, we were operating with around 2 or even less than 2 months of inventory, which means prices were going up by double-digit percentages. It was crazy. Well, now we're at 3.8, which means we're on the border of a seller and buyer's market right now. So what do I think is going to happen in 2024? Well, I would suggest that our sales are going to go up substantially in 2024. I don't think we're going back up to 600,000 sales, but it wouldn't surprise me if we get well above 500,000 sales in 2024. I also think you're going to see more people put their homes on the market because there was a lot of uncertainty in 2023. Let's face it, rates were going up the first of the year and then they sort of stable at the last part of the year. Everybody's watching the market and they're going, what's happening? Well, let's just wait and see, because when there's uncertainty, people usually put their plans on hold. But what's interesting is everybody will always, over a period of time, get used to the new environment. And guess what? This is the new environment. Plus, in all fairness, what are economists calling for? Well, most of them are saying we probably won't have a rate increase, in the first half of this year, and we might experience rate decreases in the second half of this year. Now, I'm still going to see what happens, but that's what a lot of people are talking about right now. So if the public, the home sellers, think there's not going to be a rate increase, and everybody goes, okay, maybe it's time to get back at it again, and they start to put their homes in the market and get on with their plans, whether it's getting a bigger house, a smaller house, moving to a different city, whatever the case may be. And I think that's what you're going to see this year. Also, think about this. If you are a buyer right now looking for a house, and I don't care how you cut it, we have a shortage of inventory. We have all kinds of buyers, and the main reason for it is immigration. Okay, between non-permanent and permanent immigrants, we're bringing in about 1 million people every year. Well, guess what? We're not building enough homes for that. We've already got an inventory shortage without bringing in another 1 million people. That's why rents have absolutely gone through the roof. So right now, if you're a buyer, when do you think the best time to buy is? right now. I would say right now, because I think as we get into the second quarter of the year, you're going to start to see the market to heat up a little bit. And you're going to see more houses come on the market, yes. And then you're going to see more buyers diving in. Do I think inventory is going to go down to below 2 months of inventory like 2021? No. But I think it's going to remain sort of between 3 and 4 in that area, which causes prices to start rising. And if I was a buyer, when do I want to buy? Before the prices start to rise. So there's a lot of really cool things happening in the market right now that I think is going to cause 2024 to be a very, very good year. So anyway, that's my forecast. I think you're going to see prices go up a little bit this year as well. I don't think double digits, but I think I wouldn't be surprised. They'll go up 5, 6, 7% this year. I think sales are probably going to get up above 500,000 this year, which, by the way, is a very good market based on what we've had over the last couple of years. So I hope this is helpful. And at the end of the day, everybody, remember, it's a beautiful life. Make it count.